All right, a shalom. First and foremost, I just want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakha Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations unto the elect. All right, in this lesson, I just wanted to go into Matthew 10 and 5, and why Yahweh Shai commanded his disciples not to go into the city of Samaria. All right, because there's a whole history and backstory to why Yahushua said that. Because mainly, because in the city of Samaria there were mainly heathens dwelling there. All right, and we're going to get proof of that in the Old Testament. All right, but we're going to read Matthew 10 and 5 first. All right, so this is Matthew 10 and 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, "Go not into the way of the Gentiles." All right, and this context is talking about the heathens. All right. Now we know that, depending on the context, the Gentile could be talking about an Israelite that doesn't know he an Israelite, following after the heathen customs. All right, that's why they're being called Gentiles. All right, because they're a foreign to the, how should I say it? Foreign to the Israelite way. All right, they're a foreign to keeping the laws. All right, they're foreign from the customs and the high holy days. All right, so they were following after the way of the heathens. All right, but they were really Israelites. All right, in order in the first place, in order for you to even be an Israelite, you have to be descend from, Jacob, man. You have to descend from Israel. All right, going from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Really, Jacob. In order for you to be an Israelite, you have to descend from Jacob, man, or his 12 sons. Okay, so let's start back at the top of Matthew 10 and 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, "Go not into the way of the Gentiles," all right, the heathens, "and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." All right, and the gospel is really only for the house of Israel, all right, Israelites. It's the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, who, are descended from, Jacob, and his 12 sons. All right, so let's get back, to the point. All right, when Yahushua said enter into this it says do not enter into the city of the Samaritans, enter ye not. All right, the reason why he said that is because they were mainly heathens dwelling there. All right, the Israelites that were originally there, all right, they were taken out, put into exile. All right, and then the king of Assyria then put heathens there. All right, so get 2 Kings 17. All right, and we can all right, just to get the king, the name of the king. All right, just to get a little bit of backdrop, but on your own time, whoever's watching this, you can just read the whole book of 2 Kings, the 2 Kings 17 chapter. All right, just to get the full history. All right, and it says, I want to start at verse 1. I'm going to jump down to around the 20th verse. All right, and it says, "In the 12th year of Ahaz, king of Judah, began Hoshea, the son of Elah, to reign in Samaria over Israel 9 years." All right, so we know this is based in Israel. All right, in Slakia, based in Samaria, okay, which is where northern kingdom of Israel mainly dwelt. All right, and he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, but not as the kings of Israel that were before him. All right, and it says, "Against him came up Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, and Hoshea became his servant and gave him presents." All right, so now we got the setting. All right, this is Samaria and the king that came up against Samaria and the king. All right, Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria. All right, so we're gonna scroll down to verse 21. All right, in 2 Kings 17:21, "For he rent Israel from the house of David, and they made Jeroboam the son of Nabat king And Jeroboam drave Israel from following the Lord, all right, and made them sin a great sin. For the children of Israel walked in all the sins of Jeroboam, which he did, they departed not from them. All right, so Israel ultimately was sinning against the Heavenly Father. All right, committing spiritual adultery. All right, going onto the different gods, idol worship, not hearkening unto the commandments of the Lord. All right, and this is what the Lord did in the result, as a result of that. All right, it says, until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, and he had said by all his servants, the prophets. So Israel was carried away out of their own land into Assyria unto this day. Okay, so the Israelites that were once dwelling in Samaria were driven into exile, all right, captivity under the king of Assyria, all right, in the land of Assyria, okay? All right, so now we got it, okay? Those Israelites were now taken out of the land of Samaria and put into exile in Assyria. All right, then the king Shalmaneser did what? All right, we're going to read it in verse 24. And it says, and the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon and from Cutha and from Ava and from Hamath and from Seraph-raim and placed them in the cities of Samaria. All right, so those are all heathens, all right, placed into the city of Samaria. All right, so, hey, again, those Israelites, for not hearkening to the voice of the Lord, not following his commandments, and the Lord Yahweh took Israel, the northern kingdom, out of Samaria, all right, and then drove them into captivity in Assyria, in the land of Assyria, okay? And then the king of Assyria, Shalmaneser, then put heathen into the cities of Samaria, okay? So keep reading, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel, all right? So it's like we basically replaced them, all right? And they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof, all right? So those heathens that were in Samaria at that time, all right, they were dwelling in there, all right, and eventually, those heathens that were in Samaria at this time were then had kids, and their kids had kids, and their kids had kids, and like now you got the time all the way to where Yahushua is now when he's talking about don't go into the city of Samaritans, all right, because the city, those people that are in the city of Samaria, no, those are just heathens, all right. They descended from heathens. They're not Israelites, all right. So this is just going into history, all right. So verse 25, and so it was at the beginning of their dwelling there that they feared not the Lord. Therefore, the Lord sent lions among them, which slew some of them. All right, and therefore they spake to the king of Assyria, saying, the nations which thou hast removed and placed in the cities of Samaria know not the manner of God of the land. Therefore he has sent lions among them, and behold, they slay them, because they know not the manner of the God of the land. All right, so with those heathens, when they were put into the land of Samaria, they weren't following, the commandments of the Lord. All right, they weren't, doing what the Lord expected of them. All right, in order for you to dwell in the land of Israel, you gotta, keep the laws and statutes and commandments of the Heavenly Father. All right, you gotta worship the Lord Yahweh, okay, and not do all manner of filth. All right, and that's what the Lord required. All right, that's why the Lord sent lions among them, because they weren't doing that. All right, so verse 27, then the king of Assyria commanded, saying, carry thither one of the priests whom ye brought from thence, and let them go and dwell there, and let him teach them the manner of the God of the land. All right, so you had to send a priest, to teach those heathen, about the customs, all right, of the land. It doesn't mean that they're Israelites. No, they're still heathens. All right, but in order for you to dwell in that land, you have to follow, the commandments of the God of the land, which is Yahweh. All right, and it says, verse 28. Then one of the priests whom they had carried away from Samaria came and dwelt in Bethel and taught them how they should fear the Lord. All right. So that's pretty much it. All right. So with that, we're gonna go back to Matthew 10. Go to verse 5. All right. So we just got the whole backdrop, whole history on why Yahweh Shai said, not to enter into the city of Samaritans. All right. The reason why was because, those people that dwelt in Samaria, those were heathens. All right. And we proved that through history back in the Old Testament. All right. So these 12 Yahweh Shai sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, all right, the heathens, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. Why? Because there are heathens there. All right. You may have a little bit of Israelites dwelling there, but most of them were heathens, all right, dwelling there. All right. And they had to follow the customs. All right. They had to follow the customs. They had to know Yahweh. They were taught how to fear the Lord. Doesn't make them Israelites, but in order for you to dwell in the land of Samaria, you have to follow, the commandments of the God dwelling there. Okay, and that God, the only God, is Yahweh. All right, and it says, verse 6, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right, going to the Israelites. All right, because the Israelites are the only ones, that is, Slakia. The Bible is, Slakia, the gospel is only for the Israelites. All right. What matter of fact, let's good. Well, we can go into the matter of fact. That's another lesson for another day. All right, but pretty much I made the point here. All right, and I said it multiple times, but with that, I hope the point was made, and I just want to pray and hope that this lesson was edifying unto the elect. And with that, I just want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ruach Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations unto the elect. Shalom.